Hi, and welcome to the video on surface area. By the end of this video, you should be able to calculate the surface area of a prism. Please note that this is an extension activity for Year 8, so if you continue with this video, you're going to be better prepared for Year 9 and Year 10. So let's take a look. The surface area of a solid is the combined areas of all the faces on the shape. The surface area below consists of 6 faces. This is a rectangular prism. Some of the faces of a rectangular prism are exactly the same as each other. For example, the front and the back rectangles are both 6 by 4 rectangles. The two side rectangles are 3 by 4 rectangles. And the top and bottom rectangles are both 6 by 3 rectangles. Knowing this allows us to find the area a little bit quicker, and it cuts down on the amount of working out that we have to do to find the area of all 6 faces. So let's find the surface area of this given shape. And we're going to start off by working out the area of the front and the back. Now the notation that I'm using is unique to me. I like using F and B to stand for front and back. You can use any notation that you like to help you understand what areas you've already worked out. So F and B stands for the front and back rectangles for me. The dimensions of one rectangle are 6 by 4. Now because I've got two of the same rectangle, I'm going to times that by 2. 6 times 4 times 2 is 48. So the combined areas of the front and back rectangles is 48 centimeter squares. Now I'm going to work out the two side rectangles, and I'm calling this 2s for 2 times the side. The side rectangles are both 3 by 4 rectangles. So the area of one rectangle would be 3 times 4, but two of them would be double that. So the area of the two side rectangles added together are 24 centimeter squares. Finally, I need to find the areas of the top and bottom. I'm using TB for top and bottom. The top and bottom rectangles have dimensions of 6 and 3. So the area of one rectangle would be 6 times 3. Timesing that by 2 to get both rectangles would give me an area of 36 centimeter squares. Now what I have to do is add up all my areas that I've worked out so far to get the total surface area. So the total surface area will be 48 plus 24 plus 36, which is 108 centimeter squares. Please note that our area is in centimeters squares, even though this is a solid, because we're finding separate areas and adding them together. Let's take a look at a different example, which is a triangular prism. And we're asked to find the surface area of this shape. There are 5 faces on a triangular prism, so we need to find 5 different areas. Can you tell which ones have the same dimensions? You see, the front and back triangles are both the same triangle. You got to note though that this 5 centimeters is the length of the slant height of the triangle and not the perpendicular height, which is 4. To find the area of a triangle, you need the perpendicular height multiplied by the base divided by 2. So when we're finding that area, make sure that you use the 4 and not the 5. We also have 2 of the same rectangles on the top, which are both 12 by 5 rectangles. The bottom rectangle, however, is 12 by 6, so we need to make sure that we calculate that separately. So let's work out the different areas to find the total surface area. To begin with, I'm going to find the front and back triangles, hence the notation FBT, front and back triangles. So I've gotten rid of the 5, I don't need that. All I need is the 4 and the 6 to work out these areas. The area of a triangle is half of 4 times 6, and then I need to times that by 2 in order to work out both areas of my triangles. Now this half and this times 2 will cancel each other out. So the 4 times 6 will give me 24, and that's the combined areas of the two triangular faces. Next up, I need to find the top 2 rectangles, so I'm going to call it T2R. Again, this is my own notation, you can use anything you like. Now the top 2 rectangles have dimensions of 12 by 5. Because there are 2 of them, I'm going to times this answer by 2 and get an answer of 120 centimeter squares. Next up, or finally, I need to find the bottom of the bottom rectangle on this shape. So I'm going to call it BR for bottom rectangle. The dimensions of that bottom rectangle are 6 by 12. Now don't get into the habit of just timesing everything by 2. There's only one bottom rectangle, so the area of that bottom rectangle is just going to be 72 centimeter squares. Now what I have to do is add up all my faces of my areas of my faces, and that'll give me the total. So my total surface area will be 24 plus 120 plus 72, which is 216 centimeter squares. Right now I'd like you to pause and summarize both examples for the rectangular prism and the triangular prism and use these to help you with your questions in tomorrow's class. And that's it. Hopefully you know how to calculate the surface area of a prism, and as always you can ask questions tomorrow in class. Good luck.